Hello everybody! Welcome and welcome back to my Crochet Creative Studio. Today I would like to show you my new vest, which is absolutely perfect for the springtime, which is just around the corner, the time when the weather plays with us. Sometimes it's quite warm and sometimes it's really cold, so the turtleneck is perfect. And sometimes the hood and the pocket where you can hide the hands. So this vest is in slightly in the outdoor style, perfect for the spring and the fall time. And I prepared two video tutorials for you how you can crochet this vest. The first one will show you how to crochet the body of the vest, how to customize the size, and how to crochet this beautiful, warm and cozy turtleneck. In the second part, I will show you how to crochet the hood, how to customize the width, the length, and how to make a perfect shape according to your head. And also how to crochet this pocket, kangaroo pocket, with the braided pattern. What I haven't decided yet is the closure on sides. Okay, the first easy version is to sew or crochet it the sides together, or you can use the bottom closure or the string and the ties to close the sides. And I would like to ask you what you prefer, what you love on your vest, buttons, strings, ties, or just to sew the size. Please let me know. And now I would like to show you the details on the vest, which are perfectly prepared, and how to work with this roving yarn. This roving yarn is a combination of acrylic and wool, and it's very specific, so I will show you the details. And you can compare it with the other chunky yarn. As almost all chunky yarns, it's perfect that the pattern, even if you crochet with only double crochet stitches, it's amazing, and you can see the structure of the stitches, and I love this easy style. And also how to treat this with this skein when you crochet, because it's a little bit tricky sometimes. For the vest, I also prepared the written pattern with the construction details, the instructions how to crochet how to crochet the stitches, how to crochet the stitch pattern on the pocket, and how to make the shape on the back pocket, decreasing to the mid from the bottom to the middle, decreasing the sides. So guys, if you will have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. You can put the comment right below this video tutorial. You can reach me also on my other social media. And the video tutorials are on my Hero account, also the written pattern. So I warmly welcome you to this platform. Hero, you are more than welcome. So now let me show you the vest and how to work with the roving yarn. For the vest, I chose this beautiful red color. It's really bright. And for the hood and the pocket, dark gray color. I think this These colors are complementary. The main and very visible is the red color, and the complementary secondary color gray. It's you know, just it's a perfect complementary color for this red, and to make this vest nicely color balanced. Okay, I love these colors. And you can tell me what colors you love. So guys, this is it, and now let's look at the crocheting. Okay. Bye. Let's look at the roving yarn and my recommendation how to work with this roving yarn. Roving yarn is a single strand yarn. It's a specific in that it's not spun from multiple plies but consists of one fluffy strand of fibers. And to make working with it, it's as easy as possible. I prepared a few tips for you. First of all, please handle with this yarn with care until the yarn is worked into a fabric. It's more prone to breaking. So be careful and don't pull it too hard when pulling it from the skein. However, once the vest is finished, the fabric is strong, durable, and it holds its shape beautifully. Look at the strands carefully. Look at them in the details, and you see how strong they are and how to work with them. It's not the only roving yarn. We can look at the other skeins to show you them in details. And look at them, they are so fluffy, so soft, and so airy, and really light. So just a quick sample. This is, for example, yarn Papatia confetti, and you see there are two strands together, and you can very easily unravel the individual thread apart. There are only two threads, so it's quite easy. And then look at one thread. It's very similar behavior as when you work with the Papatia roving. Okay, and this is the acrylic yarn, and it's quite strong, and using or working with the acrylic yarn, it's perfect that the shape is very stable. And this is yarn with the lurex thread. I think it's not very visible. It's a really tiny silver lurex thread, and again, if you put the lurex thread apart and unravel the thread, there are two or maybe three pieces. It's really tiny, and you can tie small pieces out of them. And this is merino yarn, so it's very nice, very pleasant, and it's natural yarn. And again, it's made with several threads, and they are twisted together, so you can unravel them and look at it again. So you have to be careful working with each specific yarn and threads, and also with the quality of the yarn. It's a little bit different. I can prepare a special edition how to work with the different materials. And this is acrylic yarn made with 4 threads together. And my tip, if you need a thinner thread, You can easily unravel the pieces and use only one piece, and it's perfect. For example, when you crochet toys, you crochet with the thick yarn, and then when you need to sew the eyes or to sew the buttons, or if you simply need the thinner yarn, you can unravel the thread and to use only one piece. So it's an easy tip. And as I mentioned, you have to be also careful when frogging and unraveling the stitches. Roving fibers tend to snag on each other slightly. So if you need to frog, please process it slowly and careful to avoid the damaging the strand. I usually work with my fingers and carefully pull the yarn, or I use the scissors, sharp scissors, or the pin to make one strand out of the other. So this is a part which I crocheted for the pocket. Finally I decided to use the different color, the dark gray, so I just wanted to show this as a sample. And when you crochet with the roving yarn, please be careful to insert the hook perfectly under the front and back loop and pull the loop up. And what could happen, as the yarn is really airy, you can pull the yarn into the strand. So be careful when you work with it and make sure the crochet hook is under the loops and under the strands perfectly. Okay, so this is one more recommendation which could be useful. So just make sure it's easily tied. You can tie it easily and it's under each loop. And if you look at the pattern, every stitch stands out. It's absolutely perfect because the yarn is smooth and fluffy. It beautifully highlights the texture of the stitches, especially of the relief stitches or double crochet stitches, as well as the cable pattern on the pocket. It's perfectly visible and nicely, you can see nicely the 3D effect. As a result, the final product looks very professional and really clean. I absolutely love it. Of course, you can make the sides stronger and nicely fixed and straight. If you want to have, for example, the sides nicely straight and fixed, I would recommend you to work with a smaller crochet hook. Regarding the pocket, look at it. I saw the pocket on the body of the vest on the wrong side. So I saw these stitches together, and if you look at it from the right side, it's nicely fixed and invisibly joined. The same, look at the sides. I crocheted single crochet stitches along the sides and around the last stitches at the end of the row. And this cable pattern look at the shape and the directions. The directions are from the sides to the middle and the same shape of the pocket. So it's absolutely perfect. I love these details. And look at the bottom of the pocket. Again, I saw stitch to stitch and sew the pocket onto the foundation chain which I prepared at the beginning. So this is the pocket, and look at the hood. Again, I played with the shape to have the top of the hood nicely curved, so there is no sharp corner on the top, and it's perfectly fits on the head. And the seam is inside. I use invisible join and I sew the sides together when I crochet double crochet stitches. And I'll look at the edge again. There are single crochet stitches around. I love turtlenecks, so I use it also for the vest. Of course, you can skip this part and crochet only the hood, or you can crochet the turtleneck and skip the hood, or you can crochet both as I did. And look at them, they are nicely joined. I crocheted, I prepared the foundation around with slip stitches, and then I crochet into the third loop, which is behind the chain, and I think it looks absolutely professional, and it's really clean and yeah, perfect. I love this method. So guys, I will continue crocheting. My task now is to finish the edge on the bottom part. I will use the ribbing pattern, working with single crochet stitches, back loop only. I will crochet only the shorter edge with 3 stitches in the row. You can make it longer or shorter. I think this is short enough, so longer. And you can hide both ends when you crochet this edge. So again, it's easy. Just put the both threads on the top of stitches when you crochet slip stitches. I love to use a ribbing pattern for the bottom edge and also on sleeves, and I use this one also for the neck, turtleneck. And I have to sew the sides. I'm thinking about buttons or strings, so I will see. Would you prefer, what you love to use for vest? I know that the strings are really trendy, and yeah, also the buttons. This is the classic solution. So guys, I will continue crocheting and see you in a few days. I will show you my vest, how it's how it turned out. And if you will have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. You can put the comment right below this video tutorial. You can reach me on my Facebook page, Pinterest, Instagram, and also my WhatsApp channel. If you like this video, please give me your thumb up and don't hesitate to subscribe to my channel. Wish you very happy crocheting, take care, and bye for now. Bye bye.